Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, 252 Rebuilds. My name's Billy, I'm your host. It's been a while since we did a video, but I think we got one that most people are going to like, because this videos on these particular things seem to draw pretty good views. The two videos that I've done on this thing already have gotten a bunch of views that some of the other stuff didn't. So let me turn the camera around, we're going to show you what we got going on. Alright, Zero Turn is back in the shop. Had a couple of problems with it throwing belts. I documented one of replacing a belt. Had to diagnose what's going on with it. Finally figured out what it is. Actually, a couple of things. So let me show you what we got that we're going to do today. Alright, as you can see, got a big pile of parts. Top left corner here, that is the actual drive belt with the new spring. Middle belt, that is your actual deck belt. All of this stuff right here is the bracket kit to replace on the out drives or final drives that go here. They're notoriously bad for breaking, and if you look, you see this one has already been welded and this one has already been welded. And if you look right up inside of there, see that little elbow right there? That's not supposed to be there. That is something that somebody has welded in. So, plan is to replace this stuff. As you can see, we have the updated kit for this particular mower, which is a way beefier one. And when I get one taken apart, I'll show it to you. That way you can see what it looks like. But we have a new belt for the actual deck, and we have the new propellers. They go on top of on the final drives on the gear motors. This is what's causing the belt issue, and once I get them off, I'll show them to you. But these teeth on those things, or the fans up here, are all chewed up and they're tearing the belts off of it. So we know what's wrong with it. We got to get a little bit done, and I'll show you what's going on as we go. I'm gonna get this thing jacked up, get some jack stands under it. For all the people that watched the other video who did not like it sitting up on it without jack stands, it will be on jack stands this time, so don't fear. Alright, I'm going to put the phone down a little bit. We're going to get this thing jacked up and we're going to get going. And we'll take the wheels off of it once we get it up in the air. That way it'll give us some room to get to it. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, got the first bracket off, which goes here to here. Here's the bracket to come off of it. This one is not broken, not bent. But look at the difference in the thickness of them. See how much thicker that bracket is? That's exactly what we want. This is a doubler that goes behind it, and I do have to drill a third hole. I'll do that last once I get everything bolted up. But that's one of your brackets. That's your main bracket that goes right here. So let's get back to work. Alright, we tore down so far to here. These brackets are mounted on both sides. I've unhooked all the linkages, pulled the pins out of them so we can get down to here so we can get these fans off. Next thing is going to be to try to figure out how to hold these while loosening that bolt so they don't turn while you're doing it. I'm getting ready to start on that. So I took the brackets out here, which we got new brackets to go back here. So they'll be going in when we put it all back together. Alright, let's keep moving. Alright guys, we're back. There was no way to get good footage on this because you're laying on the ground the whole time, but everything is in. The back mount is there, right there. Side mount is there. I got to still drill a hole here, and then that mount right there is in. The other side is in. I've got the new drive belt and the spring on. All we got to do now is put the deck belt on it, put the wheels back on it, and we can see what's going to happen. This is not a hard job. It is aggravating. There is a lot on the ground that you have to do. And I am going to build me a brace that will go from here to the other side out of some angle iron. I'll cut a nice brace out of it, put it up there. That'll help stiffen it up even some more. And I actually had to tighten up this brace here. It was all loose here and on the front side of it. Everything else is done now, so let's get the deck belt on it, then we're going to get the wheels back on it. We'll get it moving, see what happens. Alright, I'll be back in just a minute, guys. Alright, drive belt's back on. and the deck belt. That thing's tough. You can do it without taking the spring off of it. I couldn't video it because it was so hard to get done because that belt's so tight. But what I did was I took it off of this one first, run it around everything else, run it up onto here, onto that one. Got a screwdriver. I'll show you. Got a screwdriver, and I put it right here on the belt, and I just kind of pulled it around and let it ride right onto the belt. She went right on. Alright, so next thing to do is put the wheels on it, let it down, see what happens. We'll be back. Alright guys, test ride's over. Everything is good to go. Went from a pile of junk to a pile of new parts, and it feels like a new mower. Deck don't slip like it was doing. Drive doesn't slip like it was doing. Both wheels are back straight. I got to still drill the holes in that, but ain't no big deal. That can be done anytime. But both back wheels are still straight. Everything is good and tight under there. Guys, we are done with this one. I'm sorry about not being able to get any kind of detailed footage, but everything's so tight up under there. I could have got a little bit here and there, but it won't work trying to get that camera up under there and try to hold it and move and try to knock stuff, because you're only talking about being 15, 16 inches off the ground to get under it. But hey, it's not hard to do. You buy the kit for it, buy your belts and all, and just take your time and do it. You know, it'll come on through. It's only taking a couple of hours to do every bit of this. But we'll call this one done until the next time something breaks. Hopefully it won't be no time soon. All right guys, I'm gonna sign out. Look, y'all get off the couch, go do something, live some life, make some dreams, make some memories, live some dreams. Don't let this world pass you by, because when you're gone, you're gone. We ain't got but a little while. All right, y'all like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned to the channel. We got some more stuff coming up. A couple of other projects that we're going to jump back on and try to get done. All right, I'll see y'all later. Y'all be good. Peace. All right, guys. What I'm going to start doing on the projects that we do, I'm going to actually start giving a cost breakdown and a parts breakdown on what we use. I did get it completed today, so this project is officially done. Everything turned out good. Let me show you what we ended up using. Okay, this is the pile of parts that we used. We used 4 separate part numbers, 4 separate parts today. First part, the drive belt and spring. Part number was 607400. It was $32.99. With shipping made it $35.30. Second part that we used was the deck drive belt, which is laying right here. That is a Steens, S-T-E-N-S OEM belt, part number 932558. It was $56.84 plus tax, with tax, shipping and all. Third part we used was the Hustler Hydro Bracket Kit. That was the motor kit, or the actual hydro kit, which is this stuff here. We did use that kit. Part number was 125255. With tax and shipping was $110.20. And the final thing that we used was the BGD 10 blade drive motor fans, which would be those right there. There is 2 of them. They were $13.55 each, which made them $27 and some change. With tax and shipping was $29. For a total investment today of $231.34. I believe that was a pretty good deal, considering if we had to go buy a new mower, they are getting expensive and outrageous. You can't hardly find any zero turns now for under $3,000 for 50 inch or bigger. If I decide to buy another one, it's going to be a 60 inch this time. But hey, no more money we got in this thing tied up completely. Still got less than $1,000 in this. It has served me well. But that is the total breakdown on the parts and prices. Now, I did spend about 2 hours doing this today. So if you figured my labor, just say $100 an hour, would have made it about $200 more for a total of $431. That's not bad, guys. That proves that you can do things yourself. You can get up off the couch. You can go do things. You can fix stuff. Just takes a little patience and a little bit of time. But I just wanted to drop this with it so you know what we spent on it. and about what it would take to do it all. It's probably mechanics level 2. It's not hard. It is aggravating because you do have to lay on your back a lot. You do have to crawl up under the mower a lot. That's why I didn't get a whole lot of shots today. It's not terribly bad. The bracket kit comes with instructions, comes with all the hardware. It's a real nice kit, real heavy duty kit. The wheels are back straight on this thing. They were leaning on the back of it for a little bit, but they are back together. But I just want to give you a cost breakdown on this. And I'm going to plug this into the video probably at the end. So stay tuned. We'll see y'all later. Appreciate it.